Hello everybody, it's Marie here from Homeschooling UK, and today this video is about mind maps and why mind maps are important, how to do them, why do them, when to do them. So we'll be looking at what is a mind map, why do mind maps, how to make a mind map, and mind map toolkit. And of course, mind mapping yourself. I've just rubbed out that. Sorry. But yeah, so they're the 5 things we're going to talk about in this video. Hopefully we'll have time. Okay? So give yourself a pause if you need to get paper and pens. And also the mind mapping yourself. Wow, the mind map toolkit is actually quite fun. All you need is paper, pens, and I can't remember what else I said now. But yeah. But we'll get back to that in a minute, okay? Okay, what is a mind map? Okay, so we have a mind map is an easy way to get information in and out of your brain. You also have a mind map is a new way of studying and revising that is quick and works. And we also have a mind map is a way of taking notes that is not boring. And then we have a mind map is the best way of coming up with new ideas and planning projects, many projects. So that's basically what a mind map is. What is a mind map? Well, there is your answer. Okay. So we also have some other things we can talk about here. We can say that a mind map is made up of words, colours, lines and pictures. So it is very easy to construct a picture of what you're trying to think about in your head. So you'll use a mind map to come up with all this stuff you're going to be putting together, sort of thing. So that basically you will remember better and come up with brilliant ideas, save time, and make most of the time you have, especially if you're doing an exam and you want to quickly do something. At least if you show that you've worked out some stuff in your exam, then the mind map is the best way to do it. Also, you can just have story planning as well, which is really good. But it does give you better grades, yeah. Save time and makes the most of the time you have, which I've just said. Organise your thinking, your hobbies and your life. So there is that, and having fun as well. It makes it a bit more fun. So I haven't put them on the board, but they are what basically you get out of mind maps. Okay, so mind map is your secret formula. Okay, so we're going to the next question now of why do mind maps? Okay, so if we just pause it here. So why do mind maps? Okay, so what do you think is the most common word used by students around the world to describe note-taking? Have a think about it. Boring. Did you get it? Okay, so apparently that word is used mostly to describe note-taking. So when you are taking notes, do you write them along lines, or would you, let's have a look, let's do this in a different way, hang on a second. So when you take notes, before I sort of paused it a second, so when you take notes, do you write them in the line? Do you write them in one colour, especially blue or black? Do you sometimes have lists in your notes? And do you find that all your words and everything you're writing blends into each other? Like kind of instead of jumping out at you, you know? And do you find that every page looks the same? That's why mind maps are a good way of trying to make studying and note-taking a little bit more exciting. So let me think. Sometimes I don't write in the same colour. Sometimes I just like to write in one colour. I do write lines. I do write lists, I should say, basically. I do a lot of write in lines as well. So I'm kind of pretty much like most of us, I suppose. What about words that kind of blend in when you write it? Unless you separate them clearly, that you separate it, you were taught at school to separate with a finger space between each word. So I don't know if that would help. But yeah, and to have the pages look exactly the same, unless you put colour on the page, then yeah, you'd have probably yes to most of those up there if you don't do mind maps at all. Okay, so first of all, if you answered yes to the most of these common questions, then you are like 99% of the world's students who are note-taking, obviously, and like you, they also find their notes boring. Okay, so yes. So basically, most people have done yes to these questions. So let's look at what your brain needs in order to make note-taking fascinating, okay? Okay, okie dokie. Right, so we have the brain, okay? So it says, have a good look at the functions of the brain. Okay, which side of your brain do you think you usually use the most? So we have the left side of the brain, which is just words, logic, numbers, sequence, linearity, analysis, I can't even say that word properly, and lists, okay? And on the right side you have rhythm, awareness, imagination, daydreaming, colour and dimensions. So yeah, so did you have a good look at these sides? And what side do you think you use the most? Unless you're a very imaginative person and you're arty and you're really good at drawing and you do decoration and stuff like that, then you're obviously using your left side. So yes, left side, this is probably because you use lined paper, yeah? Or you make notes in lists. The main item in your notes will be words, what you use to structure the order of your words. Oh, sorry. You use numbers to structure the order of your words. You try to be logical in what you do. Your classroom desks are often organised in lines, or your house or whatever you're doing. And when desperately trying to remember, if you are like most students, you try to remember the words and numbers. Okay, so these are all left brain skills. This means you use only half of your brain's amazing potential when you make a standard of notes. Okay, so concentration. You need to mind map, keep your focus on the main idea, and all additional ideas, they help you use both sides of your brain so that it actually becomes difficult to tear yourself away from your studies. Okay? So we will obviously, I have to stop the video now because this for some reason is running out of battery. But this is the first part. I'll do part 2 next. Okay? So just give you something to think about on this part of the video. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Oh, and thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more videos.